It's Thankful Thursday, and I want to talk to you this week about radicalizing your self care. So, I really believe in radical self care, and it wasn't actually until the last decade that I understood self care in a really meaningful way. And I want to share with you why I call it radical self care. The first reason is because when I was growing up, I didn't know what self care was. I knew what self indulgence was, and I saw mostly rich white people getting massages and mani pedis and going on Aspen vacations or whatever. I learned about that in college, but just kind of watching people who had more than me. I grew up in an immigrant family where my parents were working all the time to try to make an American dream work. And I didn't really think that we were supposed to have time for self care, and actually thought it was bad because then we wouldn't be working hard enough. And so it was actually kind of a symbol of white supremacy to me, of power. And it's not until the last decade or so that I understood how deeply ingrained it was in me to not practice self-care, though, in a way that really served me, that I had all these blocks around it and didn't think it was for me. And that's when I started to understand that I could be radical and I could practice self-care as well. And maybe my self-care is different. It's eating good food and exercising and talking to myself lovingly and tending to my soul and my spirit. But whatever it is, if one day it's buying flowers or getting a mani-pedi even, that's okay too. It's all understanding that I can have and I can do things that I thought weren't for me. So it feels like radical self-care, and actually disrupts power systems because we think that more powerful people should, quote unquote, have things that we don't have. And the number two thing is that I really want my self-care to be radical in that it's just for myself. So let me explain. One of my idols, Audre Lorde's quote, you've probably heard, it's going around more now, that where she says that caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it's self-preservation and an act of political warfare. That's what I'm talking about in this radical self-care, okay? But I'm with Audre Lorde, and I think that caring for ourselves is loving ourselves in a way maybe we haven't been loved in the world. And you hear all the time that self-care is necessary or is a good thing because then you can be a better mother or a better partner or a better sister or a better physician for me or a better whatever it is. You can be better at what you do in the world if you don't burn out and you take care of yourself. Sure, that's true. But how about we just be radical about it? How about we just say that we deserve to take care of ourselves because we do? Because we're sacred vessels. We're humans on this planet who deserve to be cared for and tended to and nurtured, no matter what society dictates, no matter what we're trying to do in the world. Because sure, we can be better at everything we do, but how about just being good to ourselves because we deserve it? That's what I call radical self-care, is understanding that we deserve it because we're human beings who deserve to be nurtured and loved. That's why. So my idea of self-care is radical, and I think it not only disrupts power systems, it disrupts the visions that I internalize, the racism I internalized as a child, and it helps me be my best self just because I want to be my best self. Not because anyone else needs me, not because anyone else has to have something good out of me, not because I'm supposed to do something in this world, but because I am in this world and I deserve to tend to my body, my mind, my spirit, this entire sacred vessel. I deserve it. And so that's not self-indulgence. That's self-love. As Audre Lorde says, it's self-preservation, and it's just what I deserve. So I hope that resonates. If you want an act of self-love, you can also download my free gratitude course, because I want to give everybody the chance to love their life as much as possible. Okay? So I hope you practice countless radical acts this week. Bye for now.